Right. Is it on? Are we...
Yep.
Ah, yes, I see it, I see it. Yes, hello! Yeah, there we go. Hello there, good evening, and welcome to this, the penultimate round of the BTCC Blueprints with STDash84 designs. I've got that right this time. And the penultimate round at the Nurburgring, as the championship is starting to wind down. I'm Sean, and joining me in the booth again is the two-time champion of the series, Liam. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. A bit hot. It's been very, very warm in Scotland, so...
It has been, yes.
Some good racing will take my mind off of it.
Well, I hope you got your fan on as well, by the way. In fact, that's actually a good idea. I should put my fan on too.
I do not have one, so I have a wide open window.
Oh, okay, then we hope you don't get any spiders coming in. Anyways, big talking point then is that there's been some big BOP changes, and a few drivers are not particularly happy about it. I don't know if you can explain it thoroughly what's the problem is with like the Mazdas or the Renaults and what have you. So put into context what's happened over this last week, if you can.
Yeah, in the simplest terms, the cars always get tested, so every week to try and make sure that they're as equal as can be, because we do a custom BOP so that we can run the front wheel drives. And in the initial testing for this week, the Mazda was found to be a bit too quick, so it's been pegged back with a bit. It's been made a bit heavier and a bit less power, and a couple of the drivers driving it are not very happy because they're a few seconds off what Edwards is doing. I mean, everyone seems to be a bit off of Edwards this week, but yeah, it's been a bit of a boiling point before the race. We'll have to see how it turns out, because obviously a Mazda won twice last week, so it would look a bit odd if it then got absolutely battered this week.
Yeah, and considering how the BMWs dominated the first, like, 2 rounds with all of their drivers winning races and what have you. So, anyways, then we're going to talk about the championship points as we're just about hitting 8 o'clock, and it is extremely close in the title challenge there. Both Lewis Edwards and Chris Clements are tied on 170 points apiece, but with Edwards leading the championship because he's got 3 wins to Clements' 1. And then you've got a bit of a gap to Adam Piper, sitting 3rd on 143. Ethan Graham, with that terrible outing at the Red Bull short track last week, he now sits on 141. Xavier McIntosh, the 2-time winner last week, 138. His teammate Schauler on 137. Connor Hedden 135, and Ash Sharp there bringing up the rear with 127. So, from 3rd down to, I think that's 8th, there's only like 16 points there. So it's up for grabs there to who end up end up coming 3rd before we meet the finale next week at Brands Hatch. Liam New on 98, Luke Clifford 92, Leon Welsh on 66, and we've got 3 new drivers in here. The first one I'm trying to think is Smith, which is, I don't know where the F he is. Oh, there he is, that guy. No, that's the wrong button. This guy. I'm trying to figure out what his name is again. What's his name? Peter James Smith. I'll just call him Peter Smith for short. And also his teammate has been replaced by this guy, which is Westenborg. Have I said that right?
I think as far as our English pronunciations will go, it's probably like Westenborg. Okay,
yeah. And the 3rd driver also in replacing Anthony Hunt. I'm just out of... those 2 have been there replacing Mark Brooks and Rick Wood for the PMR, because they kind of struggled, to be fair, in honesty. And here's the another new driver there is Roy Nashall. I hope I've said that name correctly. I don't want to butcher his name. And he is the teammate now to Liam Nude there, now that Anthony Hunt has left the series because of work commitments, I think it was.
Yeah,
so there you are. To the Teams Championship, it is extremely close between the 2 BMWs. Team BMW leads the way by only 2 points over Sicily. Then you've got Accelerate Motorsports on 275, MB Motorsports on 227, Laser Tools on 193, Team Hard 142, and Power Maxed on 89. So at the Nurburgring, what do you think of this track?
I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's A bit longer for the Group 4 cars, but I'm sure it's going to be an absolute blast in these cars.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, Cornish, to talk about Turn 1 is a great overtaking place, as well as Turn 7, Dunlop, which is what Nashville is just going into right now, Turn 7. You also got the Vido chicane. Track limits is also a thing to look out for. They were saying, what was it, on the exit of Turn 4, and possibly the Vido chicane as well. Maybe the track limits there too.
Yeah, exit 4, you can do what you like. There's no limit there, but the VDOL chicane, it has to be 2 wheels on the red and white curb minimum.
So we're going to get the qualifying underway. It's a bit of an interesting track because you've got the first half of the track is quite narrow, but then it gets wider as the second half, as the second part of the track as it goes along. So anyways, we're going to get the qualifier underway. Now, in terms of the tyre compound, looks like a load of drivers are going to go under super soft. I think there was only a couple of them that was. I think Macintosh was... No, sorry. Schauler's there, one of them, by the looks of it. Well, we'll actually go through the field then, because for those that are new to the championship, drivers will have 6 allocated tyres for each meeting. So everyone should have down to at least 2 tyres, a 2 medium set of tyres, as we're into the last 2 rounds. So out goes the whole field. So we'll go through the field then as it is. There's Conor Heron, winner, first time winner in St. Croix a couple of weeks ago. He's on the softs, as well as Liam New, the new boy Nasho, he's on softs. Adam Piper third in the championship, he's on softs. The leader's just getting changed hand over fist here. We'll just see after the first sector possibly. Well, in fact, we'll try and go through the order. So there's a look then at Macintosh, 2-time winner last week at the Red Bull Ring, followed by Clements, who's opting to go for the medium tyres in the first race, which means that he's used all of his 2 allocated tyres in race 1, which means he's got a set of race threes at Brands Hatch next week. Quite interested there.
Yeah.
Then you've got Ethan Graham, who's on a set of super softs. Liam New is also on a set of super softs, and there's the joint championship leader, Edwards, on softs. Piper's also on softs. Clifford, it's Schauler as well, that was it. Schauler's also on a set of softs. Nashville's, medium, for Schauler, my apologies there. Nashville is on softs. There is Westenborg, he's also on super softs, trying to move out of the way from Heron. There is Peter Smith on softs, and then you've got the 2 laser tools of Leon and Ash, who is, well, we were in the party chat, he was very not happy with the BOP changes. Oh, he's also on mediums as well, so Sharp is also on mediums. So that leaves then for race 1 that Piper's got 1, Heron's got 1, Liam, actually, come to think of it, Nashville has got 2 sets of mediums in race 1, as well as Leon. So they should be using their medium tyres now. But looking at Leon there, he's on a set of super softs. Because on my screen, Roy Nashville and Leon Welsh have got 2 medium tyres for race 1.
Yeah,
so,
it's been a bit of a mess.
It has been a little bit of a mess, but I did do my research. I've looked at all of the previous rounds of that, and it is up to date. So what I've posted on that FTR BTCC chat is all correct. So they should have had to look at it before. Although, to be fair though, I did post it about 7:30, so I don't know if everyone saw it. Too busy with the dog. But anyway, so let's see what as Macintosh makes his way out of Dunlop and then going into the Schumacher S's. Let's ride on board then with Macintosh and see if you see this, if there's a bit of a BOP change in the Mazda compared to the BMW, as there is Ethan actually catching up now to Macintosh. Just making his way towards the Kumo curve, now into Bit curve, and then onto the little short straightaway into Hasenbecht, and then into the infamous Vidal chicane. 1 minute and 17 seconds left on the clock for drivers to do at least 2 laps at this, so you know, got to make it count. We've had 4 different pole winners this season. We've had Edwards taking it the first round, Schauler taking it at round 2, Autopolis, Conor Heron at St. Croix, and Macintosh that were on board with at Red Bull. So will we have a 5th different pole winner in 5 races? well, 5 qualifying, sorry. So across the line then goes Xavier, does a 2:02.2, beaten though by Ethan, and then there you can see the difference there, and it's a BMW 123, and Edwards half a second quicker than Adam Piper.
Yeah, 1.1 ahead of the nearest Mazda. Of course, it could be a BMW 134, but Clements is on the mediums, so yeah, might be a bit contentious in that party chat.
Yeah, it'll be quite intense there, because Ash was saying that, you know, if the car's not good around here, he could threaten to not race the other two. Leon Welsh does a 2:04.7. His teammate does a 2:04.6, which is a 10th quicker on the slower tyres. So Leon must have made a mistake. But Edwards fastest by over half a second over Piper, and Ethan Graham was nearly 8/10 slower than Lewis. And then you can see the Mazdas, who had the massive BOP, is already 1.1 adrift. So looking at that, you could say this is going to be a BMW show.
Yeah, very possibly. They were saying before that it was the Mazda that was going to be dominant around here, but that BOP came in, and it looks now, I can't say for definite because I haven't driven it, but it looks now like the Mazda is perhaps struggling. Of course, McIntosh won twice last week, and he's now 1.1 seconds off, so yeah, it's hard to call, because obviously we don't drive the car, but it's initially looking very BMW dominated.
And McIntosh is not going quicker in the second sector as he makes his way towards the Vidal chicane. I don't know about Ethan, if he will improve, because he's 8/10 off his teammate. Now then, the Vidal chicane, let's see if anyone... Yeah, it's got to have 2 wheels on the red and white curb there, so they've got to be careful on that. And there's Liam New, 5th place there for him, 1.1 off of Paul. And he's got Edwards all over the back of him, and I think he was trying to improve the time there. Xavier does improve to a 2:02.1, but that was only possibly by a few thousandths of a second though. And more drivers coming across the line, but looks like they are not improving. So to my reckon, in fact, it's a Motorbase. Yeah, Motorbase. No, it's not Motorbase, it's Sicily, sorry. It's a Sicily 1-2, and then you've got WSR in 3. As Peter Smith managed to put his Power Max team into 8th place, and Wiesenborg in 9th, so good effort from the new guys there. And also Nashel is starting 6th on the grid, so that's a team hard third row. But more importantly though, Clements is going to start 12th on the grid, and you can see that's a massive comparison there. Look at that. You know, the BMW's there less than about 6/10, and then there's a massive gap from 4th on back. So here we go then. First round of the evening. And it looks like this. Edwards, Graham, Piper, McIntosh, New, Nashel, Clifford, Smith, Wiesenborg, Heron, Schauler, Clements. Who's 13th? Sharp and Leon Welsh. Welsh? Yeah.
Yes.
So here we go then. 4 lights on. When the lights go out, we're going to get the first of 10 laps underway, which they do right about now. Good start though, looks like by Ethan, I think. We're from the 2nd place, but is he going to forward? No, he's going to step in behind his teammate Edwards. So, and you can already see there's a massive gap already as Piper's forcing his way through on the inside of Edwards, and you can see the top 3 have already just shot away from the grid, from the pack in 4th place. So this is going to be pretty much a 2 race here between 1st, 2nd and 3rd, and then who's going to end up finishing in 4th place, because Xavier McIntosh is already 1.5 seconds away from all the 3 BMWs ahead.
Yeah, well, what happened to McIntosh, because he was fighting with the front wheel drives into turn 1, and with the Mazda starts versus them, he shouldn't even be near them.
Now they're making their way out of Ford Curve and then on towards Dunlop. It is now Ethan with the lead, Edwards 2nd, and then Piper in 3rd. And then they've already got a huge gap to McIntosh in 4th. As Peter Smith just comes right in there and spins McIntosh around. Well, Peter Smith making a debut in the BTCC, and he's already probably made an enemy in Xavier McIntosh. Here's another look at a replay, and I think Peter Smith just got the braking all wrong and then just kamikazed into McIntosh. and then Kits puts a couple of wheels on the gravel trap, and around he goes. So disaster for McIntosh, who wanted to get a good performance out of that. In fact, in fairness though, Peter Smith looks like there's also a Laser Tools car also going off. That might have been our Sharp though. But there you go. So the BMWs then 1, 2, 3, and they've already got themselves a 4-second advantage over this battle for 4th place now. It's got ahead and they got put onto the gravel trap by there from Liam New as they make their way in towards the Vito chicane then for the first time. It's still Liam that holds on to it though, but Connor Hedden, good actually race there from him. I think he started what 10th on the grid. He's already up to 5th, so good first lap there for Connor.
Yeah, Schouler was initially up to 4th, but looks like he's been sort of bullied backwards a little bit. He's fallen back, but Clements has had a good lap one up to P7, fight for P6 with Westenborg.
Oh, and here comes Clifford! Clifford there! Oh, he kamikaze there and nearly gets into Clements there. Absolutely nearly disaster there for the championship contender Clements there from Luke Clifford there, just completely missing the Castro S hairpin. And as you can see there, because Clements is on those medium tyres and he's just breezing by these guys that are on the super soft tyres, and this will be a massive cause for concern for these guys that have had a massive BOP difference, because you can see already there, Piper 5 seconds on lap 2 ahead of Connor Hedden.
Yeah, it's of course the one Mazda we had towards the front on super softs has been taken out of the equation. But yeah, one BMW on mediums is fighting its way through, of course helped by other cars fighting, potentially picking up places, but when 3 out front have driven off, and of course I'm sure the people BOPing aren't going to like us talking about it, but it's a little ominous for now. We'll have to see how it plays out for the rest of it. Of course,
yeah, they're probably going to have
races after this one.
They're probably going to have to do a BOP change, because the gap there, 5 seconds in 2 laps, that's pretty steep, like I must admit. So I think there's going to be some work to do in the higher authorities to change the BOP somewhat. But anyway, Hedden leads this charge then for 4th, then it's Liam New, then you've got Clements in 6th, and he's trying to hunt down the 2 ahead of them, and then you've got Wiesenborg in 7th place, and it just goes to show that he's definitely a lot more better than the previous drivers of Rickwood and Brooks, I think it's fair to say, actually challenging Clements there into the Vito chicane. And looks like he's going to have a good run though. In fact, he's going to dive to the inside, then into Coca-Cola, and Clements just holding it off. Schauler in 8th. 9th is Leon Welsh, from starting, I think, was dead last on the grid, I think. And then there is the new guy there, Roy Nashel. Not a good start there. Started 6th, he's down to 10th. In fact, he's going into 9th place there, because of the power of that Scirocco just breezes by the Mazda like it wasn't even there.
Yeah, I think of course, it's all been about the Mazda versus BMW, but I think the front-wheel drive's got a little bit more power, as if they needed it. But yeah, it's going to be all about bop during the race and after the race for these drivers.
Sure. Yeah, I think there's going to be a big lengthy chat in after the first race, and see what Adam and Ethan can do after changing. Well, they'll definitely have to change the BOP. But anyway, let's have a look then at the battle for 4th place there. As Connor's starting to drift away now from Liam. And then Clements pulling a little bit away from Wiesenborg. I forgot what Wiesenborg's first name was. Jeff?
Jeffrey, I think.
Yeah, Jeffrey, okay. So there he is there, sitting in 7th place. Of course, his teammate Peter Smith, we just saw, kamikaze into McIntosh on the first lap. So Power Max driver Wiesenborg doing a good job there, up in 7th place. Then you got Nasho is now back up into 8th place, so he's recovering from where he's qualified, as he's passed Schauler on this lap, and now Schauler under threat now from Leon Welsh as we ride on board, making their way now into towards Coombe and into Bit Curve, turn 11. And right up into the slipstream. Now it's just turn 12, Hazenbeck's got to get yourself a good run now. Looks like that Mazda's not even good on the slipstream.
No, I've been looking at the cars, and I've noticed as well with their change, the Scirocco's look damn quick in a straight line too. They're breezing past the Mazdas. I watched Schauler just
massive tank slap as he held on to it. Yes, great save though from Schauler. In fact, he wants to position back. Oh, nearly crashes up against the pit wall there.
Yeah. as I was saying, yeah, I was looking at Nashall taking on Schouler, and he just drove past him like it wasn't, like it was a multi-class race. So I'm sure that it might even turn into have the front wheel drives been a bit overdone in terms of power.
Or even have the Mazda go back to its original BOP.
I'm sure Ethan and Adam are going to have a horrible day.
Oh, I think they will do, because they're going to have Leon complaining, Ash is going to complain, Rob's going to complain. Xavier's probably complained about Peter what happened in the first lap. What's happened then? As I see Piper's up to second.
Dive bombed his way through.
And here's a look at a replay. So this is turn 5, my apologies there. Makes the move going in towards forward curve. Really locked up the old tyres there and got through, like he says there, yeah.
Yeah. One thing interesting to notice is that Heron actually currently holds fastest lap. Whether that's due to Vulcan or Edwards not actually being out in the lead doing the pace he could do, because he is incredibly quick here, but maybe it's just that the Mazda's gotten too slow. Maybe the BMW and the front wheel drives are actually quite close, and maybe it's just the Mazda's been a bit overdone.
Yeah, quite possibly, because as you can see that there's no Mazda drivers in the top 8, as Liam New nearly gets bit curve all wrong. The only closest Mazda driver that you got is Leon in 9th place. All the rest of them, Schouler in 10th, Sharp is in 11th, and McIntosh down in 13th place, but he's trying to do the recovery after being punted off by that guy behind him, Peter Smith.
Yeah, just seen Clifford go past Sharp, and by the time they've got to the hairpin, Clifford has a 7/10 advantage. They only passed him coming out of the previous corner.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that's going to put even more fumes there, as Leon makes a mistake there, because he's just come back on the track, so he must have had a moment at the Vito. So let's have a look then. Trying to defend his position actually from Schouler. And here we goes. Yeah, just put on the power a bit too early. Then the car would understeer and then through into 9th place. So I don't think that was really a forced mistake there. He just got on the power too early.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
and now Clifford
trying to rough up Clements.
And Clifford has just gone by Leon in the process too. But yeah, let's have a look then at Clements, second in the championship. He's lost 6th place there to Wiesenborg, and now Nashall, as you said in that Scirocco, looks incredibly quick on the straight line now, and he's caught up massively to Clements in P7.
Yeah, he's been showing his nose coming into the braking zones. Clements pulls away through the corners, but then once you get onto the straight, the Scirocco flies up to the back of them, although if Nashall takes many more corners like that, it's not going to be close enough to Clements.
Yeah, gap's going up now, but then it starts coming down now, but it's going to be too late now as they go into Dunlop. Now, Nashall looks like he's running a little bit wide, keeps it together though. And then this is where the Scirocco will fly around here. The Schumacher S's, Harry Flatters through there. And now the gap is going to start coming down. Not that much though, by the looks of it, as we're riding on board with Clements, second in the championship. Now a point behind Edwards, because Edwards got the pole.
Yeah, and Edwards is actually back up to second and now starting to pressure Graham again if they're slightly pulling up Piper, as Graham's made a mistake.
Well, that's, yeah, that must be a huge mistake there now, because you got, and watch out for Piper, he's having a look on the inside back for second place, gets into the back of his former teammate. See if
Graham's went a bit hot into the chicane and had to go over it slightly, which gave him a bad run out, but it's going to be Edwards' best chance so far.
I think he just mistimed the braking, he didn't get the Vito chicane completely right, so nearly 3 abreast there for the lead. Then we'll go back to live action, and yeah, like you said, Edwards now on the inside in the Mercedes arena, and into the lead now goes Edwards. So Graham in second. Now what can Piper do? Piper will probably want to help his teammate out since he's down in 7th place. Of course, he didn't help him last week in the Red Bull Ring. No. But what can Piper do? Will he actually do a team row, or will he just think,
no, not in the slightest. Adam will not even be thinking of Clements right now. He will see places in front of him, and that's all he'll be thinking about.
Let's see what the gap is then. It's roughly about 5 seconds now from Piper to Heron in 4th, and Liam New still in 5th. Then you've got this battle for 6th with the new guys there, Wiesenborg, followed by Clements and Nashel in 8th place, Schauler in 9th, Clifford in 10th, Leon Welsh in 11th, 12th place is now Xavier McIntosh. Sharp has made a mistake actually, because he's down now in 14th place. There's Peter Smith there now in 13th, and there is Sharp in 14th. As his lap times there, you can see a 206.0 and a 206.1, so he's done 2 bad laps as Ash, and nobody needed, considering this is probably his best ever season. And you know, he was definitely not happy with the massive BOP difference. In fact, he's put his indicators on. I think he's pretty much done.
Yeah, I can see why. I just watched Schauler be passed by Clifford, and it was a very short straight, but the McGann has absolutely flown past it. As Sharp's actually stayed in the race, so not sure why he's paused.
It must be frustrating. Yeah, he's just weaving left and right there because he can't be bothered, eh?
Yeah, it's thankfully I've never had too much of a situation like this. I've done these with custom bops, and they're all generally quite close and quite stable. They don't change too much, but of course, I can't say for certain if the BOP is wrong or not. We have to reiterate this, we're talking about it, but it could be perfectly fine. But, of course, they don't feel that way, so in their head, they're probably already defeated.
So there's a look then at Schauler, now the best place of the Mazdas in 10th, as looks like his teammate McIntosh is trying to find a way by Leon Welsh at the Castro S, now into the Mercedes arena. Lap 7 out of 10. Edwards leads over Graham and Piper in 3rd. 4th is I'm trying to think who was 4th again. Heron. Yep, Heron. As McIntosh makes a move now, going to the outside into turn 4, using all of the racetrack there with his McIntosh on the exit of turn 4. And is that the position done? Yes, indeed he has. So Leon Welsh now concedes. That's him down to 12th.
Yeah, interesting note as well, as soon as Edwards has gotten into clean air, he's gone purple straight away, and he's not too far away from dropping Graham out of the tow range.
So it's BMW 1, BMW 2, BMW 3, Renault 4, Scirocco 5, Scirocco 6, BMW 7 and Scirocco 8. And I think also Ethan was purple in the second sector and all, and he is starting to drift away. Now Ethan can play a team role here and hold up Piper so that Edwards can pull away, and I think that's what he's doing. And I think Piper is trying to make it past the Vito. Hasn't made it work. Did he shortcut the Vito chicane?
He did not. Ethan slightly nudged him in the door, but he quite managed to stay on. He's got it done.
He has got it done, but will Ethan get the cut back? He's trying. Piper's pretty much blocking him all the way up against the pit wall. And all that is going to allow Ethan to pull away. He's nearly got a 2-second advantage because of it now. So it's Edwards' race to lose now as we start lap 8 out of 10. Edwards leads, and then Piper second, Graham in third. Really pushes Piper out there with Castro S. Oh, he's still sticking his nose in there, and Ethan looks like he's just barely holding on to second place now into turn 3. Quite an annoying corner here. And Piper's got the second spot back, although Ethan's going to go for a better run off of turn 4, and has he got it? No, I don't think he has. So second place now secured for Piper, just.
Oh, there. I think it is now. Edwards, 2:08. That's a lot quicker than anyone else. Think of Heron, 2:14. Both Graham and Piper have 2:16. Oh, he is absolutely flying out there.
So let's look then at Heron, who's now pretty much in the battle of his own self there, because he's pulled away from Liam New. Meanwhile, just notice there that Nashel is found away by Clements, so Roy Nashel into 7th on his debut. Good going there. And now he's trying to hunt down Jeffrey Wiesenborg for 6th. Obviously, this is going to be the best finish a Power Max car has been. I think it was 8th for Mark Brooks in race 2 at Autopolis. So Power Max is on for a good run here, although Nashel was going to the outside into Kumho, and he's not going to get the job done there, although he's going to go for a better run at turn 11, and then onto the wee short straight away into Hazenbeck's Bolden, and will he have the
Graham's
job done?
Up the inside of Piper.
Oh, Back on board there, yep. So here we go then, out of Coca-Cola to start the penultimate lap. Edwards now has got nearly a 4-second advantage now over this battle for second spot. Piper still has it, but Ethan's looking hungry to get that second spot back, and he's going to fake a move to the outside. They go to turn 1, late on the brakes. Who's going to get the second spot? Will it be Piper? Will it be Graham? Don't forget that nasty bump there in the middle of that corner. Now Piper's got the inside for turn 2. Graham on the outside. But is he going to go for this old switcheroo at turn 3, which he's trying to? He's having really late braking through there. But Piper's got the inside of turn 4, nearly pushes Graham out wide. But has he got an overlap now going in towards turn 5? He's in side by side there, door handle contact there. Those two were teammates of VX Racing last season. There's like no love lost between these two.
No, and Heron's actually catched a lot in this. These two are doing, well, last lap's 2 minute 2.9, whereas that's 2 seconds a lap slower than Edwards, so it just shows you how much they're losing fighting, but I'd say they're safe.
Oh, Graham's made a mistake at Dunlop, and that's allowed Piper an opportunity to get second spot back, and again they go in side by side into the Schumacher S's. Absolutely none of them giving way here. I mean, it's hard racing, but it's clean racing. And let's see what the gap is now down to Connor Head in 2.8 seconds. So yeah, he is definitely catching. It still might be too little too late though to capture a podium for Hedden. Yeah, and actually now I've just noticed there too, sorry to cut you off there, but I've noticed there that Clements is back to 6th. Now what's happened to Riesenborg? Riesenborg is not even, he's down in 9th, so has he made a mistake? He must have done. Not unless there was contact with Nashel, because Clifford's now up into 7th. Riding on board then with the debutant as he has a look on the inside of Nashel into turn 12 and then into the Vito. Nashel gives Riesenborg the inside though, which will compensate to the outside for the first part. As Edwards has just started the last lap of this race. McIntosh in 10th, Schauler in 11th. Oh, and what's happening now here is again Piper and Graham still side by side, and Graham's got the position back again. So it's a motorbase. Sorry, I keep saying motorbase. It's a Cicely Motorsport 1-2 yet again, but Piper's not going to give up about a fight.
No, and I was oohing it because Ethan just almost put Adam on the grass under brake, and Adam got his left rear on the grass and got a little wiggle, but he controlled it.
Different line there for Head, and he's trying everything to catch up with them, but they still can't do it because even though Ethan and Adam are battling furiously, Connor's not really catching up to them. Still Liam New there, having a decent race, 5th place for him, getting better and better as the championship is going on. But I think that's actually a massive moment here for Clements there to be up there in 6th position. There's a whole gaggle of cars as Clifford tries to find a way by now on Clements there, as I've just noticed that Jeffrey Riesenborg has found a way by Roy Nashel, so Riesenborg up to 8th, Nashel 9th, and there is McIntosh up to 10th place. But again, the battle still going on for 3rd, 2nd place there. Piper's going to have a look on the outside, then at Kumo at turn 10, which will convert to the inside for turn 11. Has he got it done? No, he doesn't. It's all going to be down at the Vito chicane in the Coca-Cola if Piper can get that 2nd spot back.
Yeah, we've already seen Piper go round the outside. Graham chooses the racing line, so Piper's going to have the inside.
Oh, are they going to make it clean? Really late brakes in again, and Piper looks like he's got it, but he's crossed up though. Shortcut the first part there, has to give way. Now he's got one corner to go at Coca-Cola, but I think it's going to be too little too late though. Meanwhile, Edwards will cross the line to get his... what win is that? That is his 4th win of the season, and it's going to be Ethan is just going to hold on for 2nd. Adam Piper gets 3rd. Connor Hedden finishes in 4th. 5th place though to Liam New. Who's going to get 7th place now? It's Clifford versus Clements there. Clements being pushed there, Luke, out wide, just a teensy bit there. But it looks like to me... But it looks like to me Clements is going to hold on for 6th place. 7th will go to Clifford. It's actually a mad dash down to the line there. So Clifford gets 7th, Jeffrey Riesenborg gets 8th, Nashel gets 9th, McIntosh 10th, Peter Smith gets 11th, Schauler 12th, 13th place for Leon Welsh, and then Ash Sharp, who's just basically gave up, and I don't blame him really, 14th for him. And I tell you what, I mean, it was a great battle for 2nd place, but They're going to have to do some with the BOP, I reckon, as I keep saying.
Well, even if it's not BMW to Mazda, it might be the front-wheel drives, because anytime I've been watching them behind one of the saloons, the straight line speed difference is crazy. That was something we worked to try and take away last season, so that they weren't crazy stupid in a straight line, but it seems like the crazy stupid straight line is back again.
Yeah, indeed it is, so... Could be a bit of work there for race 2, I reckon, for Graham and Adam. But you want to do the race results while I figure out the championship points?
Yeah, I can botch my way through that. So,
right, I'll be silent for a minute.
Yeah, Edwards wins 7.6 seconds back to Graham, who held off Piper for 3rd place. Heron takes 4th, first of the front-wheel drives. Liam New, 5th. Clements takes 6th, highest of the medium runners. Again, he just fended off Clifford at the end, 7th place. Westenborg, on his debut, takes 8th. Oh, as that changes, so I can't see. Yeah, Nashall takes 9th on his debut. McIntosh, after being punted that race, recovers back to 10th. Peter Smith, the person doing the punting, finishes 11th, Schouler 12th, Welsh 13th, and Sharp rounds it out in 14th. Obviously, sort of giving up towards the end, 1 minute 2 off the back, so hopefully now that he's on the soft tyres, it's going to be a bit better for him, but he's typing in the chat. I don't think it's going to be a happy message.
Just nearly done with the points here at the moment, bear with me. I'm just down to Wiesenborg because he was replacing Rick Wood, and he finishes 8th, so that is 8 points to him. How many points did he have? Okay, so the championship points then, as it stands, coming into the second race, while I try and change it because there's been a couple of movers and shakers. So Edwards with a perfect score. Oh, Ashling got bored, made a cup of tea. Okay then. So the championship stands then into the second race of the day. Edwards is on 192, Clements on 180, Piper and Graham on 158, Heron is now 5th in the championship on 148, McIntosh on 144, and Schouler on 141, Sharp on 129. So there you go. That's how the top 8 or 9 look as we go into that, but 12 points is the difference. But now Clements has got something to work with because he's got those medium tyres out the way. Edwards has got a set of mediums in race 2 and in race 3. So let's have a look at what tyre strategies they're going to be doing here. So it looks like Nasho is going to be on the mediums for race 2, which he doesn't have a set of. He had 2 sets of mediums in race 1. Clements is now in
communication error with Adam.
Yeah, it always is there with Adam. Pretty much so. So Liam's on the mediums, which that will be the second of his mediums used. McIntosh going for mediums in race 2. Looks like Piper's going for the set of mediums in race 2. And Wiesenborg also with mediums for the second race. Anyone else on mediums? Connor Heron.
Yeah, Nashall, Piper, New, McIntosh, Westenborg, Heron is what I see.
There we go. In fact, can you actually look? Oh, hang on, let me look back to see if no, I don't think he didn't he? No, let's have a look. I'm just trying to look back at the stream here to see if Leon Walsh actually changed the mediums. I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Because Nashaw and Welsh had 2 sets of mediums for race 1 and they should have used it. That could be a problem. But anyways then, race 2, what's going to happen then is the BOP is going to be changed. I wonder what the party chat's going to be like in there.
I think they're not going to be happy with the Mazda, and they're not going to be happy at those front-wheel drives, because Rob seems to also believe that they are crazy in a straight line, because the Megane has always been, it's sort of what it does. But whenever I was watching, I was also seeing the Scirocco just fly past them like it was nothing. It was like watching Le Mans, watching an LMP fly past a GT car. The saloons were just helpless. No matter how big the straight was, the front-wheel drives were just tearing past them.
Lewis is saying in the chat that even with the less power and more weight, the Mazda still managed to be 3 tenths faster than the Beamer. That's what Edward's saying in the chat there. In the YouTube chat, my apologies. I don't know about that.
Considering he had fastest lap as well by a country mile.
Yeah, yeah. So, I don't know where they got that from. Oh, recent box. Oh, he's just at the end of the tyre wall at the Vido. Oh dear. That's not good. Hopefully they don't do that in the race. But he'll be starting 8th on the grid there with Wiesenborg.
Piper's crashed about 3 feet out of the pit lane.
Well, that's a guy with no talent there for sure. Oh, and he's trying to drift his way. He's trying to drift it now, is he? No, he's at a few cones. Nah, that's no good for me, like. Here we go then. So the final is going to start again. Race 2. It is the results from the first race. And it will be a BMW 1, 2, 3 with Edwards, followed by Ethan and Piper in 3rd. Heron will be 4th. Liam New 5th. 6th was Chris Clement. 7th was Clifford. Then it will be, was it Nashel in 8th? Or was it, oh, we'll find out. Yes, it was Wiesenborg, then Nashel, McIntosh, Smith, Schauler, and the 2 laser tools of Welsh and Sharp bring up the rear. Let's see. I can't pronounce my R's. I forgot to do that at the end of it. Bringing up the rear. There we go. So the red, I was going to say red lights on again. And it's lights out and away we go. And again, it's typical, the good starts there from the Beamers. And look at Clements already up from 6th to 4th on the grid. Now side by side with his teammate as they make their way towards turn 1 in race 2. And Clements is into 3rd place now as Liam New tries to really brake really late into... oh, what's happened now? Piper has passed there, Clements. I was just noticing there that Liam New got... I don't know if he had a bit of a tap, but... down the order goes Liam. He's down now in 8th position and gets in and gets more contact from the rear by Schauler. Oh, and his teammate though, Nasho, has been punted about left, right, and centre. And there's Peter Smith now, trying to make his way out through the field. But it is an
back ahead of Piper.
Yeah, yes, back through. Now he needs to find a way by Graham. And then try and catch up to Edwards. But don't forget though, Edwards will use the set of mediums in the 3rd race. So this is a must, you know, he's got to drive his heart out here to get a good driver. Oh, looks like Graham's made a mistake. Dunlop, that gave Clements an opportunity to get in 2nd? Not quite. Luke Clifford now up into 4th place from starting 7th on the grid. Piper now down to 5th on those set of mediums. Also Connor Heron, he's also on a set of those mediums. He's in 6th. McIntosh, good stuff from him up to 7th, and his teammate Shaolin in 8th. But it's absolute carnage from 9th on back, led by Liam Welsh. And Liam New down to 10th. But don't forget, he's also on those medium set of tyres. And let's see what Sharp can do. He's already gained 2 places because I think there's now Wiesenborg down there at the back of the pack, as well as his teammate Peter Smith.
Yeah, just a brief note, you've got it the wrong way around. It's Edwards Clements is trying to get
to. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Scampering off.
Sorry, yeah, my apologies. I always get... I don't know why I always get those 2 mixed up. So it's Edwards in 2nd, Clements 3rd, and look at Clifford. Clifford has really caught up now. As Clements has a look on the inside there at Coca-Cola, and has he got the job done? I think he may have, you know. So Clements now into 2nd place. So that'll be a point gained there for the championship. Oh my goodness! Contact on the straightaway, Clifford, and getting into Edwards quite massively there. And now Clifford gets into the contact with Clements there.
Yeah, he got boxed behind Clements, tried to pull out, and wasn't quite clear of Edwards.
Piper nearly got a tank slap on the exit of turn 1. But I tell you what, Clifford is driving like a man possessed here. He probably wants some revenge after what happened in the last lap of the first race.
Yeah, and all this is just allowing Graham's lead to just extend and extend, and Clements is going to have to be quick, or Graham's going to have to make a mistake. You'd think it's early days, but a 3-second lead is pretty big for one lap.
Oh, yes, so Edwards is on the mediums, my bad, yeah. So, you know, Clements has got to take this opportunity here to try and, well, catch up to Ethan, which I think he's sort of doing right now. And he's trying to pull away from Clifford, but that McGann looks so quick here. So yeah, the gap is about 3 seconds. Sorry, go on.
6 tenths coming out of the hairpin is already 2 tenths coming into Schumacher S. He's messed up a bit, but they are crazy quick in a straight line. Clifford could easily be past Clements at any point here.
I would say the start-finish line here. If he gets a good run out of the Vito and then gets decent drive at Coca-Cola, he would just breeze by Clements. Anyway, in more news then on Edwards, he's down in 5th place, but he's trying to battle Piper for 4th place as they're making it into the Vito. And there is Schauler in 6th position. So he's managed to find a way by there as Piper just shortcuts the second part there. Edwards fully on sideways on the exit. And what's Schauler going to do? Is he going to make a move on the inside? Yep. Is he going to get 2 for the price of 1? Is he, Schauler? Ooh, I don't think so. Might get 1, which I think he has done, although Edwards has got that 5th spot back. It looks like Schauler bump drafting Piper as they're making their way towards the first corner. Oh, bit of contact through there and gets it to the back of Piper just to make good pals again. But now that's Edwards down into 6th position.
Clifford had a real go at Clements. He's just so much quicker on the straights. He was barely in the tow range coming onto it, and then he was pretty much alongside into the braking zone. Oh, Piper's very wide.
Oh, yeah, very squiggly off of 4, and he might lose that 4th spot to Schauler. Indeed, he has. So Schauler, the Mazda's looking a little bit quicker now, so I'm guessing the BOP must have happened, because Schauler's looking very racy. And look at Sharp, he's up to 8th place, so I'm guessing the Mazdas have had a bit of a boost.
I imagine we would have been told if they did. I think it's more that just a lot of people are on the medium tyres now, and they can finally work through.
Oh, could be that.
Piper
What's happened?
Into Edwards. Piper so nearly into Edwards.
Let's have a look at a replay then. So this is going in towards Dunlop. Oh, I tell you what, that was good awareness from Edwards there for that not to happen. And I'm just seeing there the corner header is under a lot of pressure now from Sharp, who's now up into 7th place. So Sharp,
Clements.
No, Clifford is actually through by the looks of it. Yeah, he's just gone through.
Yeah, just driven past like he's not moving.
And I tell you what, Clements would have not liked that. He just gave him a little love tap. So Clements down to 3rd. Now look at McIntosh. McIntosh has now gone up into 7th. It's all happening for 7th from back here. We're going to have a look at a replay because I've seen Sharp is there. So here we go then. Nearly 3 abreast in turn 12. In fact, they are 3 abreast then heading to the inside, but thinks better of it there. McIntosh just completely shortcuts that corner, the second part of the Vito chicane. So that could be in a bit of a doubt there. Oh, and now meanwhile, look at Peter Smith. They're trying to hold on for 9th place, but Heading's got that spot back.
Oh, there's cars off in the background.
I think, yeah, there may have been, yeah, and that is Nasho. Nasho has gone off. And was that with Wiesenborg? Let's have a look then. So going into its turn 1. Oh, he just mistimed his braking point. And I think also Wiesenborg was an innocent bystander that did exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Clements has got his way back past Clifford, although comes to a straight and that'll swap.
Yeah, that's just going to be a matter of time there. So Clements is going to have to defend here. And don't forget, those two had a bit of argy-bargy in the last race at the Vito on the last lap. But again, Edwards in that 6th place. I mean, that's where Clements was in the first race. But I mean, there's still plenty of laps still to go, though, as Clifford used pretty much the grass there. In fact, Edwards is trying to find a way back again on Piper. But if they're not going to be careful, though, Sharp is going to be there. And I think he's definitely catching a bit. Oh my god, it was really squiggly.
Sharp's catching, and McIntosh isn't far behind, and nor is Smith. He's on the super softs, with McIntosh on the mediums, so a little bit of a pace discrepancy there, but as Clifford's through again.
As you said there,
get to a straight and it's easy.
Let's have a look at a replay. So it was already done before turn 12.
Yeah, it was up through the Schumacher S. The BMW pulled away out of the hairpin, and then the McGann just flew by.
Although Clifford runs a little wide at Coca-Cola, is that going to allow Clements an opportunity to get by? No, he doesn't. So let's ride on board then with Clements and just see the power of that McGann just drive away. It's only nearly about
the BMW has a tow.
It pulled away nearly about 2 tenths there.
Sharp's now onto the back of Edwards and challenging. Oh, Smith looked like he was going in hot. He doesn't want to do that again.
Well, he's up to 8th place now, so he's managed to find a way by McIntosh, which don't forget in the first race there, Peter Smith just smashed into McIntosh in the first lap of race 1. Now then, what can Sharp do? Now, while Piper and Edwards are battling really furiously for that 5th spot, Sharp and Smith and McIntosh needs to capitalise on this.
Yeah, it's just going to be about finding a way through, trying to... Because if these two are fighting everywhere, it's not easy to get through. You need to pick up on it, one of them breaking a bit deep, or one being pushed off the racing line. What was it? Oh, Smith thought about a move. He got up the inside in the acceleration. Now Sharp's very close.
Yep, we're riding on board again with Sharp. St. Croix winner for the first time ever in his BTCC career. Can he find a way by Edwards and Piper? He could do it though at turn 11. He's got the run. Pulls to the outside. He's going to go into the racing line here. May want to brake a little bit early. Should have a bit of experience in him. He's trying to get some clean air, but again, it's like he says, if they're battling side by side, it's going to be impossible for Sharp to find a way through. He's going to have to do it somewhere brave, maybe somewhere, as Clifford has got back second. Oh, and here comes Smith. Hello there, Peter Smith. He's going to stick his nose in here. He's going to upset the party here. 3 abreast then, into the Vito chicane. This is not going to end it well. Contact left, right, centre, cars going off all over the place, and Piper holding on to 5th now.
Yeah, they came out at turn, I can't remember which turn number it is, but onto that back straight, and the Scirocco just flew past them. Not quite enough of a straight to get it done, but something has to give in this fight. It goes pretty much all the way down to 11th from 5th.
That's pretty much a full lap on board with Ash Sharp there. Hope you enjoyed that there. So, as again, 4 abreast nearly into Castro S, and Sharp was the one that was unfortunately got a hit off there. Oh, and makes contact with Liam New in the process.
Yeah. Something did have to give, and unfortunately, I think might have been. I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe Smith braked there. Like.
Right. Okay. So what happened was, right. So we're gonna have a look at another replay because there was movement under brakes. So Piper was ahead, and I think let's have a look at this. So then Edwards brakes, moves over to the left. So too did Smith, and it caught a Sharp out there. So there were movement under brakes. Now I don't know if that is legal when you're moving the brakes there, but that was a bit dangerous on both Edwards and from Peter Smith's half there. Piper was fine, he held his line. It was just that Edwards and Peter Smith moved under braking, and that was that one made Sharp to go off, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's not what you want into the heaviest braking zone on the track. Not moving under braking when you're going from 140 mile an hour down to about 40.
That's a shame there too, because Sharp was having a good race, you know.
Yeah, he was. Well, he could have had anything up to 5th place, so
yeah, potential.
Pushed back down to 12th. If he wasn't already feeling bad about the BOP, as we see the Scirocco.
Oh, contact again on the straightaway, and Peter Smith is off, and so too is Edwards. Edwards, the championship leader, spun off on the straightaway. Here's a replay. Now, was this caused by Smith? Here we go, then. Oh, right. So, I think what happened there was pretty much no quarters given, I have to say. But I don't know. I don't know if you got it on the stream on your one, but that's a tough one for me. So here's a replay, another replay. Did Edwards move on Piper here? Oh, I don't know. And Smith was there too on the outside, and he got shoved off on the grass. Oh, this is massive moment for the championship, and Edwards down to 12th spot.
Yeah, it looks like from the angle I've seen on the stream, it looks like maybe Lewis thought that Smith was going to be in tighter because he was coming. That we've seen the front wheel drives are crazy quick, and he might have been trying to give him room. It looks like he sort of edged left, nudged into Piper, which is then put Edwards right, hit into Smith, and then that's spun Lewis around. So I don't think you can really blame anyone. Perhaps Edwards just trying to be a bit too cautious, seeing the front wheel drive coming through.
That'd be a racing incident, do you think? Racing incident?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, stewards will have more angles and more data, but from what I've seen, I can only say racing incident. It's just like Lewis tried to give room and misjudged it. And
Smith was there on the outside too, on the racing line. I don't think he would have backed out at all. So, big moment there for the championship as Edwards down to 12th place. Meanwhile, Clements back into 2nd place, having the seesaw battle with Clements, and he's trying to hold off that McGann. And can he do it? Oh God, he shut the door right in Clifford's face. But he managed to hold off the McGann. Now, was that a thing that he could do now? Could he do the same thing lap after lap to hold off Clifford?
It seems to be that Clifford will just fly past on a straight. Chris will get back through somewhere towards the middle of the lap. And then rinse, repeat. But here comes Clifford again. He was half a second behind. He's going to be well clear.
Yeah, down onto the inside, and that's 2nd place back again, or is it? Oh, Clements not giving up without a fight. He's going to hold on. Yeah, good driving now from Clements. He is trying his hardest to get 2nd spot, and now he'll probably notice there that Edwards is out of the top 8. So this is there's contact at turn 3, and now Clements has got to hope and get that 2nd spot there, because points means prizes. And I mean, yeah, well, Ethan's off into the distance, 6 seconds ahead. Clifford's going to go back into 2nd, but this is a big race here for Clements if he's got to get close to the championship. The only problem is, though, is he's going to start deep in the field, whereas Edwards is up to 11th place and is catching Liam New in the process at all, who's on the medium set of tyres, as well as Edwards too, by the way. And that's him up into 10th place, so he's going to start further up for race 3 compared to Clements.
Yeah, Smith's been putting some pressure on Piper too. It's sort of a similar situation that we see with Clements. The BMW will be sort of quicker in the corners, but then the front-wheel drive car will just absolutely obliterate it. I mean, he's already onto the back of him, and they've only just come out of the hairpin.
I tell you what, we've seen a lot of aggressive driving here in this race alone. Like contact on the straightaways, cars spinning off. Here comes Peter Smith then to the outside. He's still going to hold on to the outside, and McIntosh is there if they were to mess up.
Yeah, and Schouler's joined the fight for 2nd as well, so everyone's starting to edge together.
Oh, Schouler gets a big hit from, gave Clements a massive hit from the rear. As we're going to start the penultimate lap of the race. Just not, don't forget though, Ethan is still leading the race here by over 7 seconds, and he hasn't put a foot wrong. So well done to Ethan on that. But again, more hissing from you. What's happened now? Grab Peter Smith up to 5th now.
Yeah, I wasn't hissing. I was just blowing my nose. But yeah,
oh,
Smith
sorry.
Up to 5th. He's powered past Piper. I think Adam, being the admin of this league, will have a word to say about those front-wheel drives, seeing that happen to him.
Piper trying, he's really outbroked himself at turn 1, and he's going to fall into the clutches now of McIntosh. So Smith has got a bit of breathing space now, and Piper's going to have to worry now with McIntosh, and also Connor Heron too in that matter. Meanwhile, what is the recovery then from Edwards? He's up to 9th now, so from 13th we did see come back on the replay. He's up to 9th place, and I think that's possibly the best he could do. He's 7 seconds behind Aaron, so from 13th back on lap 6 to 9th, I mean that's at least 3 or 4 points gained anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Ash. He had a 2:09 last lap, so about 7 seconds gone somewhere, and a 2:08 on lap 6. That might have been the lap he had to take avoiding action, but yeah, something happening from him lap 8 as well. Oh, it was Schouler on Clifford for 3rd place.
Oh, and yeah, to the inside then at Kumho, and he's got it. So Schouler up to 3rd place. Clifford now. I wonder if that pace in McGann is starting to fall back now, because Clements looks like he's freed himself away. So I don't know if there was some contact for Clements and Clifford for Clifford to go off now, because the gap's nearly 2 seconds, and again Clifford back through.
Yeah, he's he's outbraked himself.
Oh, he's outbraked himself, yeah, indeed.
Yeah, he powered past Schouler. Again, Schouler, one of those in that sort of main party that the drivers go in. I'm sure anyone who's being passed by front-wheel drive will not be happy.
So then we're going to start the last lap of the race then. Ethan Graham still leads the way. A 6.9 second lead he has over Chris Clements. Clifford in 3rd, Schouler 4th, Peter Smith in 5th, Adam Piper 6th, Xavier McIntosh in 7th, but he's under in the slipstream of Piper as they go into a 7 for the final time in race 2. Real late breaks now, goes McIntosh, slides, all 4 wheels locked up. Has Piper got the crisscross? Yes, indeed he has. So Piper still holds on to that 6th place there. McIntosh try as he might, just couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, and Liam News just put a move on Welsh, so the Welsh has just fought back.
Yeah, there it is there. So Les New in 12th, Leon Welsh in 11th.
Oh, now Schouler's back out at Clifford.
To the inside then at Dunlop they go, and Clifford just holding on. Will this be Clifford's best finish of the season? I think it will be, I think.
Very possibly. It could be. He just has to hold on a bit longer. I think since Clifford's ahead at this point, I don't see how Schouler's going to get by. Because whatever gap Luke comes onto the straight with, he's going to pull about another half second on that, so Rob's going to have to be a bit brave, or damn dear on the brakes if he wants to maybe get something done.
Well, meanwhile, the lead of the race, Ethan Graham, will make his way towards the Vito for the last time in race 2, and he will get his 2nd win of the season. I think that is. Yep, his 2nd win. And it's a much needed performance this from Ethan after the problems he had at Red Bull last week. Pretty much ended his championship hopes, but there he is though. Ethan flashes the lights, wins his 2nd race of the season. It will be Chris Clements that will get 2nd spot, but who's going to get 3rd place? It will be Clifford. Is that the first time he's actually stepped on the podium at all?
Very possibly. You're supposed to be the one who remembers this.
I know, but my brain sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't work. But anyways, Clifford gets a podium. 4th for Schouler, 5th is Peter Smith, and that will be Power Mac's best result of the season. McIntosh does get 6th place on the line by Piper by 59 thousandths of a second. Connor Heron gets 8th. Lewis Edwards, after spinning out on lap 6, will get a recovered 9th place, as that's Liam New takes to the grass on the start-finish straight. Ash Sharp gets 10th, Leon Walsh 11th, Liam New gets 12th, and then you've got the 2 new boys there, Wiesenborg and Nashel, 13th and 14th respectively. But it's going to tighten up the championship with Edwards finishing 9th and Clements in 2nd spot. So I will do the points yet again. So Liam, you can take result of the race results screen while I tot up the points coming into the finale tonight.
Yeah, can do. Of course, the lobby settings will change, so it will probably block us out as Heron is backed out. Oh god, people are backing out, so yeah. Graham wins from... Oh no, it's all wrong. It's got Smith in... Oh no.
Alright,
wait, no, there we go.
Oh, have you got it?
Graham wins 7.2 seconds from Clements. Clifford takes 3rd, just ahead of Schouler, taking 4th. Smith 5th, McIntosh 6th, just pepping Piper on the line. Heron 8th, Edwards recovering after his unusual crash to 9th place. Sharp 10th, Welsh 11th, making it a nose-to-tail finish for the Laser Tools. New takes 12th. Westenborg will take 13th, and Nashel takes 14th for Power Max Racing.
Right, I've only done the points though for like the top 7 or so, and it's getting a bit interested now. It really, really is. So, as it stands, going into the final race of the night, Edwards still needs to weigh on 199. Clements, with that second place finish, on 197. Even with that win, is now up to 179 points. He's 20 points away from his teammate, Edwards, at the top. Piper on 167, Heron on 156, Charlotte on 154, and McIntosh on 152. So it's all to play for now. There's now 20 points separating the top three as we go for the last race of the night. And then we've got the finale of the Brands Hatch race, and there's going to be some absolute fireworks, I reckon, for this last race. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, with those points there. Crucially, Edwards will be starting sort of upper midfield, whereas Clements and Graham are going to be at the very, very back of this grid. So they're going to have to do some work, or hope that Edwards gets caught up in a bit of traffic or has a bit of bad luck to try and maybe gain points on them, since he's going to be starting about 8 or 9 places ahead of them. So currently, advantage Edwards.
Just still looking through people going by there. So yes, Smith is on a set of mediums, which he is. That is the last of his 2 allocated tyres for race 3. What is Riesenborg doing? He's on a set of softs. Clifford is on mediums. I bet you he'll be chuffed there to get his first ever podium.
Yeah, very, I imagine. He had a tough start with that McGann last season, but he seems to be getting along with it now a bit more, that he's had some time in it.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and also, I tell you what, one surprise driver that's really definitely surprised me is Heron. You know, I mean, he came into the championship. He replaced was it you at Spa, or was it Ash at Spa? Season 12, I think it was. It was Ash, and he did very well in that in the Hyundai. And then the following season, he drove the Scirocco, I think it was. No, was it the Scirocco?
What would have been in season 13?
Season 13 was the 03 cars.
Oh, what was Heron in? I cannot remember.
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't the Scirocco, because that was the Halfords, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Edwards and Welsh.
Yeah, that was. What was Heron in? Answer on a postcard who it was.
This was literally last season, and I can't remember
it. And neither can I. I can't think too.
I raced in it. I saw him
on
track.
You did race in it. Right, what were the teams that we had? We had the MG. That was you and Ash.
Yeah, me and Ash were in the MG Atenza.
The VXR. The VXR.
VXR, that was Piper
and Graham. The Halfords car. You had the Proton. The Proton. Shaulo and McIntosh.
What were the Renaults?
Oh, the Renault was the Hondas. The 2 Hondas, yeah. Oh, it was.
Renault, wasn't it?
No, it was Clifford and Richie Massey and Inman and
Luke Mitchell.
That was right.
So it must have been a BMW.
Yeah, it must have been. Oh yeah, yes. It was. Yes, Collard Motorsport when he was teammates with Clements. Yes, there we go. Yeah. We figured it out now. Yee!
The last one we remember is the one he drove.
That was right, yeah.
But yeah, like you say, the McGann has previously proven to be a hard car to jump into and be quick, and the Scirocco seems to be the easier one to adapt to, but he's jumped in it, got podiums, won his first race, he's taken to it like a duck to water, he's flying.
He's sitting 5th in the championship too. So I mean, this is his best ever run in the championship, and I can't imagine what he's going to be like at Brands Hatch next week, as he's going to start the final. So it will be a reverse grid order from the race 2 results. So therefore, it will be Nashol, then Jeffrey Wiesenborg. Or was it the other way around? No, it's Nashol, Wiesenborg. Then it is Liam New, Leon Welsh, Sharp, Edwards, Heron, Piper, McIntosh, Smith, Shauler, Clifford, Clements, and Graham. That's your lot. So we've got 2 new guys, 2 rookies, 2 debutants on the front row. They've had a bit of contact, I think, in the first race. possibly in race 2 as well. Let's see how did fare going into turn 1 as the lights are on red. Lights out, and away we go for the last race of the night. Looks like it's a fairly good start there for Edwards. He's already up into 4th position. 3rd place, and it's been picked, like, it's a pick pretty much. Oh my god, look at that, 4 abreast there into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top? Where is Edwards in all of that? I can't see where Lewis is. He's down in 6th position, so Edwards not a good start there. And Clements up into 8th place already, and he's got the championship leader right in front of him as there's contact as Edwards gets into Piper, and there's more contact with Hedden and to Clements. Now Clements on the inside of Edwards into turn 4. But backs out of it though. But crucially important start there for Clements up to 7th place. But now Hedden on the outside into turn 5. As if Clements has got more problems to face with another motorsport MB Motorsport driver. This time it is Hedden. Leon Welsh gets a tap from behind from Edwards, and that's going to allow Clements an opportunity to get into 6th position. So he's now ahead of the championship leader of OVR side by side, going into his Dunlop for the first time. It is still Nashel. Sharp is in 2nd place, Wiesenborg in 3rd. 4th place is Piper, 5th is Leon Welsh, 6th are the 2 championship contenders, Edwards and Clements, 6th and 7th. Then you've got a bit of a gap behind from Eden in 8th position. My oh my, there's already some positions changing left, right and centre on the first lap, and it's contact left, right and centre and all. As Edwards has a look on the inside of Liam Walsh into Kumho Curve at turn 10. Now into turn 11. Edwards on the outside. Will he get the run? Looks like he has done. So Edwards up to 5th. Clements down in 7th. Crucially though, Clements, what a start he had there from 13th. He's already up to 6th position.
Yeah, I said for the race, they either need to get a move on or hope Edwards has been held up. There's been a bit of both, and he's right on him, lap 1.
Meanwhile, Wiesenborg has retaken 2nd spot. He's passed Sharp at the Vido. So now it is the 2 debutants. Again, 1 and 2. Sharp 3rd, 3. 4th place is Piper. Edwards in 5th. Clements 6th. Heading now into 7th place. What? We've lost someone. I think we have. Someone's gone off, I think.
No, we still have all 14 on my screen.
Oh, well, we still, yeah, but I was just thinking someone has just... Who was it? Oh, it was Leon Welsh. That was it. It was Welsh. He's down in 9th place. And there's Graham into 10th on those set of medium tyres. And he's battling with the rest of these super soft drivers there. Piper's gone up into 3rd spot now. So Piper into 3rd. Edwards now into 4th. He's past Sharp. Sharp is down to 5th. Clements is now all over the back of him. Let's ride on board then with Clements. Not looking at the back. Should be looking at the front. There he is. Sharp just ahead. As he started to drop a little bit of back now. Into the 4th corner now. Hedden still in 7th. Schauler in 8th. I think more crucially though for Clements though is he's got to get by Sharp hurry, get fast, because he doesn't want to battle with another Renault right behind and caught Hedden this time, not Clifford.
No, it looks like he's going for the move. He's basically got to try and follow
Edwards
through as quick as he can.
There he goes. So he's back through now. Clement. Now will Piper. Oh, Sharp lost it! Sharp just lost it on the exit of the Dunlop. I think he put on a couple of wheels on the AstroTurf on the curb. So disaster again for Sharp, unfortunately. And he's down in last position. Not what Sharp needed. Disaster for Ash. I think it's pretty much been a miserable time for Ash, so to speak, isn't it?
Yeah, like I say, he wasn't happy before it even got going, so probably snowballed as it's not quite gone his way tonight.
Now then, the battle, the top 4 then, pretty much nose to tail. Still it is Nashel, followed by Jeffrey Wiesenborg. And now Edwards trying to find a way by on Piper, which has got a great run though, but I don't know if he shortcutted the second part of the Vido chicane. Nearly got 2 for the price of 1 on Wiesenborg, but Edwards now... Yeah, and I see that Ash just typed in the chat there. He's still frustrated from the start of the meeting, but more again, Edwards passing Piper. Now, will Piper try and find a way back again? He's trying, I think. Will he get in the first corner? Oh, no contact though.
If Adam was a helpful teammate, Clements would have been laughing because. When Adam was third, he could have held Edwards up. But
oh, there's contact!
Go Edwards.
There was contact! Still side by side, though, off of 4, going off nearly all using all of the racetrack there. Has he got an overlap this time on Edwards? I think he has done. Still contact into turn 4. Now in towards forward curve. and Edwards is back through, and then again, if they keep holding each other up, again, what's Clements going to do? Is this going to be a repeat from race 3 last week?
Oh, I can tell you, Piper isn't going to move. Oh, Piper's actually gone way too deep, but he's held it.
But it's going to compromise him on the exit, and he's going to hold up Clements more crucially. Don't forget, though, Edwards and Clements are just 2 points separating the pair of them into this round, and Clements has done extremely well to start from 13th up to 5th.
Yeah, the interesting thing for all of them now is they've got the front wheel drives ahead of them, so passing them in a straight line isn't going to be an option unless they get a terrible exit.
Bit of gravel being kicked up there. I don't know if that was Edwards or Wiesenborg, but Wiesenborg now trying to hold off the second spot off of Edwards' challenge, and it looks like he is going to. Oh my god, above there. Yeah, Sharp has left the room. I don't blame him for that. Let's ride on board then with Clements as he sees the top 4 all in front of him, as Piper has a look on the inside, again gets into the side of Edwards at Coca-Cola, and again they're bumping and barging on the start finish line yet again. Lap 4.
Yeah, Edwards is in the toe, so he has the advantage. Oh, it's never a bit of racing with Adam if there isn't contact.
No, there never is. You know, Piper and Clean just don't mix together.
Absolutely not. It's not even in the same dictionary.
Now then, what is Edwards going to do? Is he trying to force the issue on Piper? No, in fact, Piper's going to cut across into Wiesenborg, but he's got that third place. Now, is this going to allow Clements here? Is Piper trying to actually hold him off? And here comes Clements now, side by side now with Edwards there. And he's been boxed in yet again.
I think Piper was trying to let Edwards go because he left it off the throttle, and instead he's done it right in front of Clements and held his own teammate up.
For those who want to be Adam's teammate for season 15, good luck. Anyway, so now then, is Clements going to find a way by Dunlop? No, he's not. Again, Piper really late on those brakes again. I mean, Elvis Banner for second place is allowing Nashel to get a pull away, and the gap is now up to 1.7 seconds, so easy cruising here for Roy Nashel, making his third start in this championship, and he could potentially get a win, and also it could be, if it holds off as it is, it will be an 8th different winner in the 15 races we've had this season.
F1 2012, eat your heart out.
Yeah. Wiesenborg though doing a fine job holding off this the cavalry of BMWs. Connor Hedden in 6th place has got no answer to catch up with the 4 guys that are ahead of him. Liam Newrow up into 7th, Graham on those mediums in 8th. But again, what is... I don't know what Piper is trying to do. It's so frustrating with Adam, isn't he? He just frustrates you so much. Let Clements go by, let him try and battle with Edwards, but again, he's not playing the team role. If Piper would have let Clements go by, they would have been equal on points coming into this race.
Yeah, to Piper, a teammate is just someone in the same car as you and nothing more. I've been his teammate once and I'll never do it again.
I don't think Clements will probably be after this season, I can promise you that. Piper then, late breaking into 3. Has he got it this time? Wiesenborg outbreaks himself at that corner as well. So they're going to be 3 abreast. Now what's Clements going to do? Clements is going to somehow find a way by. Now, has Clements found an overlap on him? He's probably bump drafting Piper, but into 2nd place now goes Piper. 3rd now goes Clements. Edwards down to 4th, and the big loser over that was Jeffrey Wiesenborg. He's down to 5th.
Yeah, now it's how much are these 3 going to fight and how much are they going to set after Nashel, because they're definitely quicker than him, but he's got a 3-second lead with just over half the race to go.
Connor Hedden was pretty much saying, yeah, I want to join this battle for 2nd spot, and there he is now. He's firmly asserted his MB Motorsport car into this battle. He's going to be into the clutches of Wiesenborg and Piper, Clements and Edwards respectively, and again Edwards trying to find a way by. Now Clements has a look to the inside. This is crucial. Contact on Edwards from Piper, and into 2nd place now goes Clements now. So is Piper definitely playing the team role now? Has he finally listened to us? Probably not.
Clements has found a way through. than
Yeah,
anything.
possibly. Look at this though, 5-car battle for second place, and then literally nose to tail. Piper holding on Edwards. Can he try and do something to block off a hard charging Lewis Edwards to eventually help his teammate? As it will stand right now, Clements will have the championship lead by 2 points as we go into the finale at Brands Hatch GP next week. But anyway, Nashville still leads the way, and you've got this insane battle for second place. I tell you what, Liam New's also not too far back as well.
No, he's been having a good race.
Oh, Piper on the inside of his teammate. Oh, this is not good. Well, Clements is back through again.
Piper did bump draft, but then I don't know if Clements has braked too early or what, but then he's gone down the inside.
Oh, again,
and
more
this
contact.
Is not helping in the pursuit of Nashville up front as he's pulling away. 2 minute 1:07. He's actually doing some very quick times.
Although more importantly, though, I've just noticed there the fast lap of the race goes to Edwards. So that'll be a point gained. So as it will stand right now, it will be 3 points then going into the finale next week.
Set up for a cracker next week if it stays like this.
I mean, if it was last season, you had about a 60-point lead. That was boring. This is any more entertaining.
I was having plenty of fun.
Well, I enjoying P1 after winning like 12 out of the 15 races.
It was a lot less stressful than season 8.
Oh, for sure, yeah, definitely. Connor Hedden now is really caught up to the back of Wiesenborg. And again, we were talking about him having a solid season. His race is not over yet. Edwards is now into third place now, has he? Piper all over the curb at 10-11. This time Edwards has got the inside now at bit curve, and he's got it done. Now, more crucially, oh, Piper's got a run, has he? Has he got an overlap? Again, they make contact. And now look ahead, and he's sticking his nose in. He's past Wiesenborg. Oh my God, they're going to go 3 abreast. 3 into 1. Doesn't go with the Vito chicane. Oh, this is absolute messy. This is scrappy, and I think this is what Clements wants to see in his rear view mirror. And also, and like I said the last lap before, Liam New can also insert himself into this battle for third place, potentially second if they can catch up to Clements.
Yeah, Piper and Edwards side by side, and then Heron had a bit of a toll when he passed Westenborg. And you can see just how much he's catching Piper. He can even have a go into turn 1 here. Piper feels the need to defend.
You have to defend, but Hedden really, again, the power of the McGann on the straight line. Has he got it? No. Piper gets the traction off the corner, though. But it's just going to be a matter of if or when Hedden will find a way back through. And Wiesenborg in 6th, still there. And then Liam New's also back there too. But he'll be, I'm hoping he'll be happy that his teammate, Nashville, is leading the race. I forgot what he was actually called. I was staring at him.
Easy done with the rookies, but yeah. Clements was 3/10 faster last lap, but we've seen Clements go quicker, so does he have enough to up it to catch with 3.5 laps to go? He's got to catch nearly a second a lap and pass.
Meanwhile, I've just seen there Wiesenborg has managed to get by Hedden, but will Hedden get the run off of Dunlop into the Schumacher S's? They're going to be side by side, flat out through there. That's going to be rough and tumble and through there. So Hedden gave Wiesenborg a lot of respect there. But more importantly, though, I think they may have dropped themselves out of the battle for second spot now.
Very possibly. I think Heron has the slight pace advantage, but Westenborg in his debut looking to try and maybe pick up a 5th place here, which would be fantastic on his debut, because he said in the part before this he hasn't played this game in over a year, so it'd be a pretty good return.
And Peter Smith finished where? 5th or 6th? Here comes Hedden! Contact at the Vito! And nothing that Wiesenborg could do other than shortcut the second part there, but there was contact. So that wasn't Wiesenborg's fault there.
Yeah, could be 2 5ths for Power Maxed if Westenborg can hold on to Heron. But
Connor's back through with the power of the McGann. So let's give you a rundown then as we start lap 8 out of 10. It is Roy... I forgot his name again. God damn it. Nashville. Yep, Nashville. And I've said it all throughout the evening tonight. God, total brain fudge. Anyway, Clements in second, Edwards in third, Piper fourth, Connor Heading in fifth, Wiesenburg sixth, Liam News now into this battle for fifth. 8th place is Graham on those set of mediums, Peter Smith in 9th, Schauler and McIntosh 10th and 11th. Not a good outing so far for the Accelerate boys. And you got Clifford in 12th and Leon Welsh in 13th place, and one retirement as Sharp in the other Laser Tools Mazda.
Clements is doing his best to try and catch. These guys are a lot quicker than Nashalt, but what could help Nashalt is that Edwards is closed in and is going purple, so he might start fighting Clements, which gives Nashalt a bit more breathing room, because Clements is currently going fast enough that he might catch him at the end of the race and have a chance to pass.
Now it's the point. Edward, well, yeah, possibly. He's getting closer to the back of Clements. And again, he'll go to the outside on the racing line. Clements holds it off as the championship stands as it is. If Clements stays in second and Edwards in third, the championship will be only 1 point for next week.
That's gonna be spicy.
It will be, yeah. For all the people that are watching, you know, I'd better get some popcorn and sit on the edge of your seats, because next week is going to be an absolute stomper as there's contact. Edwards gets into the back of Clements. He's done a lot of that in this outing.
Yeah, just that's the joys of just having that bit of pace advantage.
Liam News now up into 6th position, so Wiesenburg starting to struggle now in the second half of the race. He's fallen a little bit back now. But I think it'd be safe to finish in 7th place, even on those set of mediums in 8th, and it's not really, he's just pretty much having his own race. 5 seconds behind Wiesenburg, and 7 seconds ahead of Smith, who looks like he was under some pressure now from Schauler in 10th.
Piper's put his nose in on Edwards and could take 3rd here. Edwards would possibly claim push to pass.
Yeah, he's back through again there. I mean, I tell you what, Piper and Edwards have been bumping and barging each other all throughout these outings here. Was that? I thought I saw a bit of brake light there from Piper. I hope he didn't brake check there, Edwards. I hope not. But they are really
forgetting his buttons.
I tell you what, they are hammering tooth and nail this track alone.
Yeah, and it's really helping Nashall. That was the first lap where he was quicker, and it was only a 2:02.1. So
oh, Clements may have made a mistake at Dunlop. Clements ran right at Dunlop, and now Piper. Oh, don't do it, Adam. Stay in third. Just help your teammate for once in your life. Listen to us. Help your teammate.
You could make him write that 100 times, and he would still send it down the inside. Oh,
do you know? Do you know? If I'd see him in person, I'd slap him with a fish. Honestly, God, I really should. Edwards to the inside though, a bit curve. Now now Clements wants to see them side by side into the Vidal chicane, and that will allow a little bit of breathing room for Clements away from Piper and Edwards.
Yeah, Clements trying to give Piper the toll. Edwards has had to go over the chicane. He's going to have to concede that, which he does. So Piper takes 3rd as they start the final lap pretty much.
And it looks like it's going to be Nashall's race to lose, as Nashall will come across the start finish line and get Team Hard's first win of the season. They only just narrowly missed out on the pole at St. Croix, with Liam New only missing out by 0.02 of a second to Connor Headon, who's there in 5th place and is slowly catching up as Edwards tries to really late break him, Piper into Castro S, but not going to do it.
No, the BMW's fighting has really helped Nashville, because in clean air they're probably about at least a second a lap quicker. At least Edwards anyway. Edwards is flying, but...
Sorry there, but some more changes that are happening there, and Wiesenburg now has found their 2nd wind on Liam New. Side by side in turn 3 they go. Scirocco versus Scirocco, Team Hard versus Powermaxed, and so far Team Hard is still leading that charge. And again, Liam New putting the block on. Yeah, but again, back again. I do apologise for the drivers on back. It's just this racing has been insane, and Piper and Edwards putting on the show for the last race of the night.
Edwards is going to try everything. I think Clements is safe. He's got a second to Piper, so it's just going to be, can Edwards find a way through? He's putting his car everywhere, ducking and diving, weaving, just trying to find something.
Piper blocking putting his car in the middle of the track there, not weaving left and right. It's just Edwards is doing a lot of the weaving. Has he got it this time? He's got an overlap though at turn 10. Kumo, has he got it stuck? He's through. He's back into third place, but I think that's probably the most he can do. And again, Liam New and Wiesenberg are still having a great battle for 6th place though. But Liam New's teammate though, Roy Nashel, yes. Oh, nearly makes the mistake of the V though. A debutant in the championship, replacing Anthony Hunt, who had to leave the championship because of work commitments. But in his third race, Roy Nashel is going to be a BTCC winner. Nashel takes an 8th different winner in the 15 rounds. Clements gets 2nd, Edwards 3rd, Piper 4th, Connor Heron just gets 5th place. Who's going to get 6th place then? It will be Liam New side by side with Jeremy Wiesenberg. 8th place though to Ethan Graham, 9th to Schauler, 10th goes to Xavier McIntosh. Peter Blitzter had a bit of a problem in the last couple of laps. He fell down to 11th, and then we wait for Luke Clifford just making his way towards Coca-Cola, and also Leon Welsh, who was quite a long way back. He's just entering the Vido right now. So here comes Clifford. Podium finish though for him. Gets 12th place because he was on the set of mediums. Smashes the back end of his car. And we wait then for Leon Walsh to cross the line in dead last. But as I tot up the championship points to now, the championship as it stands at the moment, if things are like unofficial, if there's been any more contact or steward's inquiry, Edwards will hold a 1-point lead going into Brands Hatch next week. 215 for Edwards. Clements will have 214. So there you go. Do you want to do the race results then for the last time?
Being entrusted with this duty. So Nashel on his debut takes a win for Team Hard. He is. I think.
Team Hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Clements takes 2nd, ahead of Edwards, ahead of Piper. Heron 5th. New, who's actually had a very good day, in 6th. Jeffrey Westenborg 7th. Graham 8th on the medium tyre. Schauler 9th. McIntosh 10th. Smith 11th, Clifford 12th, Welsh 13th, and then Ash Sharp, who is quite clearly frustrated, are DNF for this race.
So there you go then, confirmation then of the results there as done by Liam, and we're going to get Liam's driver of the day. So who would you give it to? There's a couple of options there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Brands, there hasn't been one person who's been consistently good, everyone's had bad moments. I think the one person who has actually been consistently doing about as good as he could is Liam New, so I'll give him my driver of the day.
There you go then. So Liam New gets the driver of the day from another Liam in the booth. So that has been it. First has been the FTR BTCC Blueprints with STDash84's design. The penultimate round at the Nurburgring. I'm hopefully get my voice back for the finale at Brands Hatch because it will be a slobber knocker. So until then, I've been Sean.
And I've been Liam.
And we'll see you next week for the finale.